Welcome back to the Mike on the Mike podcast. I am DJ Mikey D with you. It is an early one recording this. I don't usually record this early, but we got some breaking news over there at HBO. New series coming out called Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids TV. Looks like they got 3 episodes airing right now. One called Rising Stars, Rising Questions. Episode 2, Hidden in Plain Sight. And Episode 3, Too Close to the Sun. And it's mainly all revolving around kids' TV, mainly Dan Schneider, a weird fella. And this stuff has been going around actually quite a bit. I've seen a lot of stuff about Mr. Danny, Dan Warp. Yeah, I've seen things like weird foot fetish stuff going around. I mean, it's been going around a while, and ever since this came out, and I haven't watched it yet, I will say that, but ever since this came out, Mr. Dan Schneider actually came out, and he was on YouTube, and the iCarly actor for Tebow actually did the interview with him a couple days ago. When was that uploaded? I'm gonna check real quick. It's on the Damn Warp channel. Yesterday. So it came out. Mr. Boogie Tebow from iCarly. Good lord. But let's read a little bit about what this show is about. The investigation discovery documentary Quiet on Set: The Dark Side of Kids TV is a 4-part series. Oh, there's actually 4 episodes. About working at Nickelodeon, including the environment under the former producer Dan Schneider, and what some described as harmful situations that child actors and adult employees were put in. Premiered on Sunday on Max. So when was it? About... Oh wow, just Sunday this premiered. Wow. Schneider, who parted ways with Nickelodeon in 2018, doesn't appear in the docu-series, but former writers, child stars, and staffers and journalists paint a picture of what the environment at the network started in the 1990s through its departure. So not just the child actors, but former writers, staffers, and journalists too. Had some things to say about Schneider there. Schneider responded to the series in a video on Tuesday, 2 days ago. Watching over the past 2 nights was very difficult. Me facing my past behaviors, some of which are embarrassing and that I regret, and I definitely owe some people a pretty strong apology, Schneider said in a nearly 20-minute video posted on his YouTube channel. Yeah, it is a long video. I'm gonna have to go down to watch though. In response to producers' questions, the documentary said Nickelodeon stated that the network investigates all formal complaints as part of our commitment to fostering a safe and professional workplace, and has adopted numerous safeguards over the years to help ensure that we are living up to our own high standards and the expectations of our audience. And yeah, I've been seeing this a lot too. Shows also been highlighting Drake Bell's abuse from his father. Brian Peck, dialogue coach. Oh, so Brian Peck, he was actually a dialogue coach for Nickelodeon. Didn't know that. Was convicted of sexually abusing Drake and Josh star Jared Drake Bell. Peck was arrested in 2003 in connection with sexual abuse of a teenager over a 4-month period. In 2004, Peck pleaded no contest to 2 felonies, according to public records at the time of the abuse. Bell was 15, and Peck was 41 at the time. In court documents, Bell was identified as John Doe. Oh, this is the first time Bell has publicly detailed his experience in this show. Which, yeah, it was his first time publicly saying this. I know. Even Drake himself was having issues with sexual abuse, I believe. That's the last I even heard from him until this. So I'm guessing nothing really stemmed from that. Because I see he's still making music and stuff, and he's doing all right. Bell describes meeting Peck on set and becoming friendly with him. Brian and I became very close because he had a lot of shared interests, Bell noted, which looking back seems calculated. It was Bell's father, Joe Bell, who first felt that something was inappropriate about Peck's interests, Joe says, in Quiet on Set. And when he took his concerns to producers, he says they dismissed him by saying that Peck was gay. So maybe Joe was homophobic. Oh, wow. Huh. I bet they highlight that in the show a little bit better, too. That's crazy. Joe contends that Peck could sense his suspicion, and Peck purposely drove a wedge between the father and son, telling Bell that his father was stealing his money and shouldn't be his manager anymore. One day when he was 15, he said he woke up on a couch and was being sexually assaulted by Peck. When the producers of the docuseries asked if Bell would be comfortable sharing details, he answered, "Why don't you imagine the worst thing someone could do to someone as sexual assault?" I don't know how else to put it, he says. That is tough, I will say. Brian Peck had widespread support from Hollywood figures, which I'm assuming got him, which is how he got away with this for so long. Kyle Sullivan, a former cast member on All That, said that Peck was beloved despite there being some red flags. He played Pickle Boy, a reoccurring character on several Nickelodeon shows, in skits that some viewed as having sexual undertones. When Peck was arrested, Sullivan said producers gathered cast members together after a table read to tell them. And most were shocked. Most didn't even know. That's crazy. But yeah, those are the biggest 2 points of this Quiet on Set that I'm seeing. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet. Looks like there's a 4th episode. Let me see what that one. Well, I'm not seeing it here. I'm just seeing episode 1, Rising Stars, Rising Questions. 2, Hidden in Plain Sight. So Rising Stars, Rising Questions in the 90s. A new creator emerges at Nickelodeon. Showrunner Dan Schneider, aka Dan Warp Media, brings laughter and mentorship to kids' TV. Champions young talent. But behind the scenes gets crazy. Episode 2 is a look at accusations concerning showrunner Dan Snyder, including a toxic workplace for female writers and 2 crew members, arrests for child abuse. Episode 3, former child star discusses surviving abuse at the hands of his acting coach, which I'm assuming that episode 3 is a Drake Bell episode. But a conviction doesn't keep the coach away from the kids. So he had Hollywood friends that this article was saying kept him in there. Dan Schneider's power grows until it reaches a boiling point. And yeah, that's about all I know from it so far. Like I said, Dan Schneider, Dan Warp on YouTube has a whole interview that I gotta catch. With Boogie Tebow and iCarly giving the interview. I don't know why that is. I don't know if they're still buddies. But he's interviewing him on there. But yeah, that's about all I have for you on the Mic cast. I knew this was going to be a short one, but I haven't seen it yet. So maybe I'll have a follow-up. I don't know. But stick around. I'm Mikey D, and you have a good one.